where feelings, stories, actions all come together in the choices we make. And we make choices all over the confidence map. But if we think about this in terms of this sense of different cultures and different locations, we see that all of the changes in our different places, how we think, what we want, is different when we board the plane versus amid an aborted landing. This is especially true in the launch pad. This is an environment where we are acting amid uncertainty. And what we tend to underappreciate is that all of our financial decisions are made there. Borrowing money, lending money, investing, all involve making decisions where we don't know the outcome. But most of our decisions in life are made there. And they're heavily influenced by how we feel, what we want, and the stories we tell. If I'm confident that I'm going to end up in the comfort zone as a result of my decision, I'm going to assign a high probability to it, and I'm likely to do it. Conversely, if I think I'm going to end up in the stress center, and I assign a high probability to that outcome, chances are I'm not going to do it. So what we underappreciate is that our stories in the launch pad mirror our feelings, and as a result, our actions follow that. We unknowingly assign probabilities to what's going to happen in the future, and then make the choice based on that. And this is true as leaders in terms of our hiring and promoting and strategic decisions, but it's true of all of our decisions. But here's where it gets interesting. All of these decisions require us to imagine the future. A few years ago, as I was doing research on my book, I was talking to a psychology professor at the University of Virginia. And I was talking about predicting the future or forecasting the future, and he said, "Peter, anytime we're talking about the future, we're imagining." He said, think of it almost like being a Disney cartoonist. We're creating this image of the future because the future is inherently uncertain. In fact, it's always been uncertain. The future is no more uncertain today than it was in the past, or it will be. And so this future that we imagine, we need to appreciate that it mirrors how we feel. When I'm confident, I imagine a future that's bright and exciting, and so my decisions reflect that. On the other hand, when I'm pessimistic and feeling uncertain or feeling powerless, my imagination of the future then too reflects it. And so my actions reflect that. As a result, as we're making decisions, we need to plan and to behave based on the future that we imagine, but we also need to be prepared for the future that we cannot imagine. That prudent decision-making isn't falling victim to our extremes in mood, but realizing that we are prone to do that. And as a result, we want to look at those choices and be prepared for the future that we can't imagine.